You must be excited. First final in the NBL has been a while coming for you.
Yeah, what is this? My 5th year, I think. So pretty good achievement, but just have to worry about first game up and worry about that stuff later.
You must be excited. It is what you play for. It's not just about.
I mean, for sure, like everyone wants to get to the last game of the season, but we've got to worry about this game first, and then it's an achievement, but it's not the one I want. I want to be in that last game and win that last game. So that's the most important one. But get through game 1 first.
Yeah, obviously. So game 1 is your first final.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You've had 3 weeks to think about it as well. Like, what have you done to distract yourself from your first final series, and I guess just the playing group itself having this long way up and now it's finally here?
It's been pretty good. We've had a few days off in those 3 weeks. Played a fair bit of golf, just get my mind off basketball. A lot of good TV series out there on Netflix. But I mean, I've had a good balance, but I'm excited to get this game started.
Trying to keep that intensity up with the longer break. That practice really felt like it had good energy to us. Talk it through how it felt for you guys.
I mean, the 2 practices before that, they were the same. So I mean, I think that's kind of what you want to do. Building up to playoffs, you kind of want to have those intense practices so that come the game, like you're already used to those intense battles on the court because you've done them the whole week of build-up and of practice.
Been a balancing act, trying to keep up the intensity and enjoy the break as well. Does the energy give you confidence that you've found that right balance leading into the playoffs?
I mean, you can tell by our practice. It's a high energy practice. There's probably a lot of emotions flowing through everyone, and it is a balancing act. But I think the coaches and staff, they've given us a fair amount of days off and then a fair amount of practices to kind of keep that balance. So it's been good. It's been good 3 weeks.
How do you lean on your experienced players come postseason and to sort of not let the nerves get the better of you?
I mean, our leaders do a good job of sharing their voice and sharing their opinion. And they always lean back on their experiences of how they've won championships or how they've gone through the roller coasters in their previous seasons. Like you look at guys like Corey and Wags and, obviously BC and those older guys, they've got a lot of experience under their belt. So they share what they've kind of been through in film and on court and just by voicing their opinion here and there. So it's been real good to see those guys share their, obviously the success and how they were so successful in their teams.
What's your thoughts on Tassie in general? Watched them probably during the finals, I imagine, and you played against them 3 times. So what's your thoughts heading into the game?
Yeah, look, they're a really good team, and they're here for a reason, same as us. And they coach well. They're real physical. They're real energetic, up in your face, and so we kind of just have to match that intensity. But look, it's going to be a challenge. It's not just going to be a rollover. I think it's going to be a really good series. But obviously we have to back ourselves. We want to win every game and we want to win the championship. So just going in with that mentality, they're a good team, but we have to back ourselves at the end of the day.
Both teams got good bigs. You'll be wanting to rebound as much as possible. How crucial is that part of the game going to be, getting as many as possible?
I mean, I think it'll be a difference maker. Honestly, just extra possessions or even just. Closing out the defensive position, securing that rebounding and pushing the ball. I mean, rebounds will be a huge key for us trying to win this series against Tasmania.
What has been the focus going into this final series? Obviously rebounding, but what did you take away from the last sort of 3 or 4 games of the season that you perhaps weren't doing as well as you were doing earlier in the season?
Yeah, I think rebounding was a huge part of it. And the other thing is kind of just being real physical. I know teams do a good job against us, especially against Bryce. They make Bryce get out of his spots, and so we kind of have to match that on the other end. Not letting them get to where they're comfortable, making them uncomfortable, and just making it hard for them on the offensive end.
Is that something that sort of slipped away towards the end of the season, and that you've focused on this 3 weeks?
I guess you could say so. I think rebounding was a huge part for us, and kind of, like I said, finishing positions. There was a few games here where we played good defense for 22, 23 seconds, and then they just come up with a rebound and easy buckets, and it's just a backbreaker. So tidying up those little things will be a huge key for us moving forward.
Thanks, Mike.
Just
Sweet.
one
Oh.
question for me, please. Coming from France to see Alex,
Nice.
can you tell me what it brings to the team, how he fit in that group, and maybe in your opinion, what makes him a potential first pick in the NBA draft?
I mean, he's got the body for it. He's long, athletic. He brings a lot. He brings shot blocking. He brings good defense, and obviously he can get to his spots. Capable of scoring in all three spots, dunking, mid range, shooting the three. So he brings a lot to our team. And yeah, obviously I think he's my friend. So obviously I want him to be the #1 pick. So that's just my biased opinion anyway. So yeah,
Thank you.
all good.